Minns admitted it. He said it out loud. It's not about illegal guns. Not about the guns used in actual crimes. Not the guns in the hands of cartels, gangs, or terrorists. It's about the legal ones. Yours, mine, the ones sitting in safes, owned by people who never hurt anybody. He says anyone could be a criminal, so take the guns. All of them that are useful anyway. Cap them, reclassify them, force the hand in, because less guns makes it safer for everybody. How? Explain that to me. Walk me through the chain of causation that turns a farmer's rifle into a terrorist attack on Bondi Beach. Or how a sporting shooter's shotgun is linked to the tobacco wars. You can't, because the link does not exist. I did nothing wrong. Get out of my life. In 1996, I had an SKS, a semi-auto 22, and a semi-auto shotgun. All legal, all purchased from a legal gun shop. And they were all used for what they were bought for, which is feral animal control here on the farm. Back then, I didn't have a pig problem, I didn't have a rabbit problem, and I certainly didn't have a deer problem. The country still had a little bit of control. Now, all three of those have exploded in numbers. Pigs are tearing up the land, rabbits are stripping paddocks of absolutely every bit of green grass, and there's deer absolutely everywhere, especially where they're not supposed to be. The tools that work are the ones they want gone. Minns says I don't need them. He also says city people don't need dangerous weapons. That's absolute rubbish. Those city people come out and help me manage my ferals. There's 260,000 licensed gun owners in New South Wales, and there were 26 gun murders in 2025. 16 of them were from the terrorist attack. That leaves 10. 10. And almost all of those were cartel-style executions or linked to illegal tobacco. The government's own figures say the overwhelming majority of gun crime is committed with illegal firearms, at least 95%. So of those remaining 10 murders last year, maybe a half could have been saved. I know one's too many, but we're going to take 260,000 people's rights away for half a person out of 260,000 owners. If we were the problem, the number would not be one or half. It'd be a bloodbath, and it's not, because we're not criminals. Gun deaths in Australia have steadily decreased over the last 20 odd years, slowly and steadily. Yet the number of firearms in Australia has slowly and steadily increased. More guns actually means fewer deaths, not more. The data just doesn't support their panic. There's an ulterior motive. The buybacks completely missed the point. They're treating every licensed gun owner as a potential criminal, future crime. We're just waiting for the right moment to become a monster. We all want fewer criminals. We don't want law-abiding Australians treated as pre-criminals. And that's what this law is doing. We're getting stripped of property rights for crimes that we have not committed and will not commit. Minns said it. It's not about illegal guns. It's reducing the net number of legal guns so someone, somewhere, sometime, one day may choose to do something wrong. Does that sound fair? We're living in a Tom Cruise movie. You remember that one, Minority Report? You're being punished for what you might do if you decide to become a monster. If I decide I don't have morals. Not for what I've done, not for what the evidence says or shows or the facts even show, but for the theoretical possibility that one day I might do something wrong. It's the same logic that the Greens came up with a bunch of years ago that said you can't have guns in national parks because if I took a gun into a national park, I couldn't help myself and I would shoot the koalas. As if owning a gun automatically made me a psychopath. Well, there's roughly 260,000 shooters in New South Wales, and we all passed the test. We all proved that we're not psychopaths. But out of the 260,000 of us and the 270,000 koalas that are apparently left, do you think there'd be any left if we're all psychopaths and we went out and shot one each? No, which basically proves that we're not going to go out and shoot one each. If that theory held, there wouldn't be any koalas. Because the theory is garbage, and so are the uniparty people that are supporting that theory along with this new theory. Law-abiding people with firearms are not the threat. Criminals are, terrorists are, cartels are, and out here in the country, the ferals are, because they're destroying the country. Leave me alone, I did nothing wrong. Get out of my life. You want safer communities? Go after the illegal guns. You want a safer community? Go after the people who actually commit the violence. Stop inventing future crimes for people who have kept their noses clean. We paid our licenses. We stored our guns properly. We did the right thing. I've never pointed a gun at another human being in my entire life. I did nothing wrong. The moment you start treating every license owner as a pre-criminal, you're not protecting the public anymore. You're expanding the definition of guilt until it covers what the state decides is inconvenient. That's not safety. It's control dressed up as virtue. The numbers are clear. The admission's on record. The ferals are winning while useful tools are just being taken away for no reason apart from political gain. And the people who have done nothing wrong, well, we're being told to surrender what works because someone else may do something evil with it someday in the future. I did nothing wrong. Get out of my life. It's not too late. The buyback ends after the next state election. Minns hopes to be returned, and he said he is going to make this an election issue. So what can we do? One, yeah, let's make it an election issue and let's boot him out over it. Two, don't entertain the idea of giving him your gun. Three, teach others how good the shooting sport is and the fear of guns will just dissipate. And four, if you've got too many guns, those people you've just taught how to shoot, spread your guns around amongst them. Get your family to get licenses. If there's 5 people in your family, you can have all those guns. And if you have room on your license for more guns, buy them. Prove to him that you need them and you want them because you can have them. It's not too late. Don't let them win, because guns, they're stage 1. Stage 2 is to make you broke and starving. When the farmers are gone and we no longer feed 700 million people in the world, where are you getting your food from? When you're starving, that will be stage 3. He will offer you the same deal that they offered in North Korea or Cuba or Venezuela, where they'll promise you a bowl of rice a day and a fistful of meat a week if you give them everything you own and let them have total control. And when you're starving, that's going to sound like a great offer. They want it all. Don't let them have any.